Hey, spin enthusiasts. I've had a request from a lot of your instructors about this one. How to fix jumping under tosses. And apparently Mother Nature does not want me doing any toss videos today. So something that people have a tendency to want to do, especially when they're just starting out with color guard, is they like to jump when they toss their flag. And for some reason, our brains naturally think that because we're jumping, we're going to be putting the flag higher up in the air. And I have this issue with my own students too. I teach them to toss higher and we try to get up to those doubles and they start jumping underneath their tosses. Their feet come up off the ground. And sometimes it's a very small jump. Sometimes it's barely more than heels off the ground, but still, that's gonna bring your toss height down. I don't care if you're tossing a flag, a rifle, a saber, whatever. Any of these things are not gonna go as high if you're jumping whenever you release your toss. So there's a couple of tricks that I've learned to use in teaching students not to jump under their tosses. Some of them are really helpful, some of them are not. My advice would be to try each different one until you find the one that works for you, because it's not always gonna be the same thing for every single person. And some of these might actually mess up your technique for other things. So the first one, and this is the one that I was saying before, it might mess up your technique, is to actually make the performer turn their feet in when they do their toss. This makes it really hard to get your heels up off the ground in that natural way that your body tries to do as you do the toss. So here, I'm gonna have a hard time jumping underneath that toss. I will still get a little bit of a heel lift, but it also helps the performer to notice when they're doing the jump, because sometimes they don't even realize they're jumping into their tosses. The second way is to have them put their feet together and actually feel their heels up against each other and tell them they have to keep their feet together the entire time they're doing the toss. If we can just do some sort of action that causes them to think and feel that movement of the jump underneath their toss, that's gonna start to get their brain understanding what it is they're actually trying to prevent. So if my heels are together and I do a toss and I try to jump under it, I'm gonna actually feel, in fact, I stepped on one of my sandals from my other sandal. I'm gonna feel those heels coming apart and I'm gonna be like, oh, that's the motion I'm trying to get rid of. Another simple one is making them bend their knees and keep their knees bent. This could cause some problems in technique later that you might have to sort out, but if you've got your knees bent and you have to keep your knees bent as you do the toss, then you're going to feel yourself wanting to come up off the ground and you're gonna notice that. When all else fails, my favorite way to take care of this is sometimes really silly, but what I'll do is I will grab a flag from another performer and I will lay it on the ground. And then I will tell the first performer to take their flag and stand with the balls of their feet on top of the other flag and then do the toss. Because that way you can't get your heels up off the ground. Guys, I hope that was helpful to you. If it was or if it wasn't, leave us a comment below. If you did make an improvement using our video, make sure you post a video of it and tag us. We would love to see how you guys are continually growing and becoming better performers over and over again. As always, keep practicing. Make sure you share this with all of your friends. Color guard is gonna be so much more fun when we can get back together and do it once again as a team.